used
Well,
among the
the
rebels?
pike would have been one of the main weapons because, as I said, because of the length of it. Just every blacksmith had to work under the cover of darkness in case they were hunted down.
Wow.
They'd be beheaded or... They didn't beat us,
No.
as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
They didn't beat us, but...
How's it going, everybody? It's Darren here again from Chianti Blues, and today I'm very lucky to be joined with Master Blacksmith Finín Christie here in County Wexford. I met Finín recently through a Facebook page, 1798 Rebellion Facebook page on pike making, and I kindly reached out and asked for Finín to make me a pike, which he did, which I'm actually chuffed with, and you can see some pictures of it here. And he invited me down to his workshop, down to the forge today, to learn a little bit about how pikes are made and how the pikes came about becoming a weapon for the pikemen in 1798. So Finín, thanks a million for this today. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day for me. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got into making pikes and how the pikes became a weapon for the rebellion?
Well, as I say earlier on to you, I was brought down to the 1798 Centre in Enniscorthy to do a little demonstration on pike making. So when I was there, I was showing the public how the stuff were made, and they were happy with it, I think. So I tried to show them how they were made in one piece.
Right.
And some of them then I fire weld on the little hook on them. It all depends on what material was there. There was no materials back then, 250 years or whatever it was, and just every blacksmith had to work under the cover of darkness in case they were hunted down.
Wow.
They'd be beheaded or killed or shot, because the old men, or whatever they call them, they had guns and all, you know. So yeah. And
what was the reason behind that? Why was the blacksmith so important to, I suppose, to get rid of for the Crown Forces? Because
the public, the Irish public, how would I say, the lads that were fighting for our freedom, they had no weapons. You have to remember that. There was only farm implements, and there's no way they could stand up against the crown, as they say.
Right.
So what they done was they made pikes, and what they done was they put handles on them. It could be 10 foot or 12 foot, and that was the only means of dismounting, let's say, a soldier on a horse. And the barb was for cutting the reins, and the rest then was...
Right.
And that immobile, or what's it called?
Sorted them out.
Sorted your man out. He had a headache out of it.
And were there any particular places around the country where there was sort of a centre for where these things were made, or was it blacksmiths all across the country at the time?
All across the country there was little blacksmith shops. Now, a lot of them would have had their own little blacksmith shop that everybody would have known, let's say, like me here.
Right.
Oh, Finín Christie's Forge, Coolgraney. They couldn't do that anymore. So what they had to do is they would have had to take anvils and build little fires. Some of them built down, let's say they dug out trenches in the ground, and they covered them over with big branches with leaves on them, and they'd have the forges in there, and they'd be banging away there making the pikes. Wow. You know, and try and make as many as they can. But you have to remember that if they were listening out for anvil sounds and for smoke, you know, and that's why they'd work at night.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They'd have been killed.
Yeah,
first person killed.
Jamie Mac.
Yeah. And
the pikes themselves, were they the main weapon, do you think, that where it was used
among
the rebels?
The pike would have been one of the main weapons because, as I said, because of the length of it and the way it was designed for cutting the reins and then for killing the soldier. They would have had pitchforks, they'd have slash hooks, they'd have had anything.
Right, okay.
Anything, because we had no guns, so, you know.
No, that's right.
Yeah, we were the peasants. No, but we were.
And yet, still managed to scalp a few victories to cross.
Well, they didn't beat us.
No.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
They didn't beat us, but it was ruthless what they done to the people, you know.
Yeah, I heard some, during the process, I heard about some of the stuff that was done with the pitch.
Horrible.
Pitch capping and stuff like this. I mean, it's fairly
horrible.
Horrendous stuff.
Yeah.
They had no choice but to stand up then.
Well, they had to stand up to them, you know.
So look, I'll tell you what we do. It'd be great to get a little look at some of how this is made then. And that's okay.
1798 it starts, with rebellion breaking out in rural parts.
Finian, I want to say thanks a million for having me today. Honestly, it was just such an eye-opener, and you've been a gentleman. And if anybody does want to buy one of the Pikes, Finín Christie is the man. I'll put the links in the description below. So they're amazing. They really are amazing, and you can see how they're made. So yeah, the best of luck, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thank
Finian.
you. Thank you.
Take care. God bless.